Charlie and Jake?
We'll be starting in just a few minutes with our press conference. So if you just keep tuning in, if you're a supporter or a member or a tender or a neighborhood person, we encourage you to share this live video right now so that you can even help spread the word further and have people join our press conference. So we'll be starting in just a few minutes. So Carmela, it might be good. Oh, nice. Yeah. You help us. I want to make sure, because we can't see, that we're in the frame when people are talking, that you can see our heads. We're not off the frame or anything, okay? Okay. So can you watch when we're all doing that? Yes. Yeah? Okay. Okay. Oh, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Helping us celebrate. Thank you.
How are you? How are you?
Thank you.
What's that on there?
I help save history by donating to Audubon Park Church Restoration. You can too. And there's a, whatever, the QR code scan.
That's awesome.
So maybe we'll...
Low on the ground, Sarah. Oh, that's enough, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
Hello.
What's that? Well, I'm hoping for a long Melissa, thank you so much. I'm so very grateful. I do need that. Thank you.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
Okay, we're ready to start now. I hope there's some folks watching, but obviously we'll be recording and we'll repost this as well. So first I want to welcome Lillian Johnson, the chair of our congregation.
Good morning, good morning. I'm Lillian Johnson. I'm the chair of the church council here, and we have been so blessed to have wonderful interaction from the community as we have had this issue with our roof since Hurricane Irma. And today is the kickoff. We have a little trouble with the balloons. But today is the kickoff of our roof restoration, but in addition of our interior, what I call refresh, because there have been some issues with the roof leaking, and now is the perfect time to sort of renew and relaunch. We had a blue tarp fund, and we raised, maybe I need to move away from the balloon.
You can, in fact, you can step forward even closer to the...
And they'll just come with me, right? We raised close to $30,000 from fundraising, and we are going to utilize that and move forward. But as you all know, we are living in a very uncertain time, and in order to relaunch and open up the church safely and with the proper protocols, we didn't have in our budget, monies for sanitizing stations and all of these different things. So we were going to ask again our wonderful neighbors if they could help us. We're in the final stretch, and we just need to get over the finish line so that the church is renewed in the interior and the roof, and we are following the protocols. And now Pastor Sarah Robinson talk. Thank you very much.
Hello, Pastor Sarah Robinson of Audubon Park Covenant Church. We are so thrilled to be able to announce all of this today, that this work that we've been trying to figure out how to do, not just the last 2 years with the urgency after the damage of Irma, but also because of the cost of repairs, there's been some delayed repairs that we've been kind of stuck in a cycle of for many, many years. Of course, buildings are expensive to be taken care of, but we believe it's a value to us and a value to the community, and it's an asset that we are to be stewards of for the sake of future generations and for the sake of this community, to extend the mission of, kind of being the heart of this community, being able to be the gathering spot of this community as well. So yes, this is, we want to acknowledge and announce the partners that we have, and be able to have folks who are here, representatives from the community, be able to say a few words. So I want to pass it to Richard, if you would like to speak briefly, to share. Richard Reep, who is a wonderful team at the church here, a neighbor in our community, as well as he has been doing a marvelous job heading up our work to get this to make this happen and to make sure we're doing it right.
Okay, great. Thank you very much, Pastor Sarah. Thank you very much. So we're very pleased to announce that we have Winter Park Roofing as our partner to re-roof this building. And just this morning, you can look over and see they've dropped all the roofing tiles needed for this project. So thank goodness we have the roofing tiles here. And so the next step is, if you see the roofing tiles now, you'll know that in about 2 weeks, they're going to be bringing a crew here, and it'll be off with the old and on with the new. And that's going to be the most important thing we can do to help waterproof the building. I want to also announce that the council has selected Frank Work Construction Company as our partner to do the rest of the restoration, beginning with some of the interior water damage. If you haven't been in the church, please, we'll kind of show some pictures because you can't really walk through, right?
Right. A little bit later we'll do kind of a round tour and we'll look inside a little bit, and we can add some more pictures later.
Right. But the building was built in 1953 and has been an anchor in the community since then. It's one of those old neighborhood churches that has kind of fit into that pattern of suburbs. And so we're very happy that Frank Work has agreed to help us do the restoration that's been needed. We have a lot of work to do, so we really request if you can spare something to help us with the fundraising, that will get this church back up to its cherished position as a jewel of our community. Thank you.
And so we do have a few of our community leaders here, and our partners really too in what we're doing here. So Robert, I don't know if you would be willing to come say a few words.
Are you kidding? Of course I will.
Ah, thank you.
Of course I will. I'm honored to be here, first of all. I represent a couple of things. I've just now retired from the Christian Service Center, and I've been there 25 years, and this church has been a wonderful supporter of the work we do in our community. It's symbolic of the work that all of us need to do in our faith, which I think is great. And thank you, Sarah, for continuing that. As a city commissioner, which I get a chance to be, I get to have the honor of being created in the very same year that this church was created. So I now know how old this church really is, and I know how much extra energy I need to keep me up. So we're going to do the same thing with this church. I would recommend everybody get a chance to support this church. This has been an anchor in this church. Came here long before many of these houses were built, and had a chance to be the one piece inside this community that has continued to keep it strong and keep it grounded, if you want to call it that, for almost 70 years. So I'm honored to be here. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. And as we all do with churches, give. And when you get tired of giving, give some more. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. And we're going to have a chance for everyone who's able to take a picture in a moment all together here before we those who would like, will start kind of a little tour of the property for anyone here or anybody online that would like it. Also, one of the reasons that we are able to be kind of a vital part of this community is through our partnerships. And one of our longest running partnerships, at least while I have been able to be here, is with Fleet Farming. And so I'm so grateful that Lee Terry of Fleet Farming is able to be here today. And so we invite you up to share a few words. Thank you, Lee.
Hi everyone, thank you so much for being here and tuning in and showing how much you love and cherish this church. It is the heart of our community. It's the heart of Orlando, in my opinion, because I see so many diverse groups and people with different backgrounds gathering here and sharing information and creating a safe space for people to share ideas. And I think that that's what makes this church so unique. The fellowships here and Sarah Robinson are some of the most dedicated, open, and pure people I've ever met. And so, Fleet Farming, having an office here is no coincidence, because, it's already hard enough to grow food in the Florida heat, and it's already hard enough to sell vegetables and pay people a livable wage. But when you have a home of people who care about you and want to share and want to lift each other up, it's so easy for this nonprofit Fleet Farming to flourish. So, the church is getting a little facelift, and I think that right now, in the midst of, a pandemic and racial injustices that are happening here, I think it's a shining light and a silver lining to a lot of the tragedies that we're seeing on social media. And if you can contribute, if you can help restore this place and get some revenue generated so we can get it up and running post-COVID, we would all greatly appreciate it, because this is a home and a valued and cherished spot right here in Orlando. So anything you can give, and if you can give your time, anything you can give is greatly appreciated. So we thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Lee, for your very generous words. I want to acknowledge and thank too that Jennifer Marvel, the director of the Audubon Park Garden District, which is amazing, is also here. So thank you, Jennifer, for being here, as well as some of our leadership and neighbors are also here. So yes, this is an announcement of the work to commence. This is a huge thank you to the many, many people who have already given generously. And it is also a kickoff to our month of giving, Heart in a Park Giving, that we are trying to raise both to be able to complete some of the work that really does need to be done to kind of finish fixing up the church, but also as many other places, businesses and churches are in the situation where we have unexpected budget items because we want to open responsibly and keep everybody safe. Things like, hand sanitizer stations and hand sanitizer and extra cleaner. And masks we are actually okay on because of the city and county really being generous in giving those out to us. But things like touchless sinks even, just so we can open and be as safe as possible as we engage in this community work and in joining in worship in the life of the church. So I think, yeah, here, if we want to just share this sign. Thank you, Carmela, another one of our leadership. So we have these yard signs that we are inviting our community partners, people who are giving above the $250 range. We want to give you these signs. But even if you just want to give something and you want to support us and have one of these signs, they don't cost too much to make. For just $10, you can also just purchase one of these signs to share. So we'd love to just blanket our community with these signs as a sign of support. So yes. Yes, and look out for these signs. There will be actual signs. It was a my miscommunication why they're not actually signs here yet, but there will be actual signs of the Park campaign. And there is a link on our website to the campaign at audubonparkchurch.com. And so I think we'll gather for a picture now. I'd encourage everyone to put their masks on. Will you take it, Sandy? Yeah?
Oh, Sandy, let me take a picture of it. Do you want me to use my phone and I can send it to you? Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's all right. Oh, all right. Yeah, is that good? Come a little closer. It's okay. We're masked up.
I'm going to wait until Jen comes back
Yes,
with a
that
mask
sounds
for
good.
Lee, and then I will.
Thank you.
You're so welcome.
Thank you very much. I was going to say something else. Oh, so a few of the kind of small ministry mission things we have going on right now. We still are meeting as a church on Sunday mornings, virtually online, and all the ways to get connected to that are also on our website. We tried to make it as easy as possible to find at 10:30 a.m. on Sunday mornings. And we have just a simple give and take basket here under the breezeway. So we encourage people, if they have a little bit extra of something, dry goods, non-perishables, that they can leave them there. If anybody has a need for any of those things, they can just grab them out. Also, book How to Be an Anti-Racist. And right now we have over 40 people that will be attending. It's so incredible, the response to it. So if anybody wants to join in, please contact us and I will help connect you with how you can join in online from anywhere into this book discussion group. All right, let's take this picture. Okay, sounds good. That sounds great. Thank you so much, Melissa.
You're so welcome. That was so exciting.
All right, thank you all so very much for being here. Thank you for those of you joining us online. Don't worry, we're still going to stay online. I want to do a little tour for anybody that would like. Yay! Thank you all.
Good job. Good job.
Great job, Sarah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Honored to be here. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
The great thing is, I think most of you who are here know all the stuff that we take on the tour, so you maybe don't need to take the tour. All right. Thank you. Sorry.
Here we have, I put established 53 because that's when the church was established here.
Right.
And then this is the cornerstone, so we have just some really cool pictures of their first gathering.
That is amazing.
Where there's nothing else
Yeah,
around.
nothing else
It's so
around.
crazy
It
to
was
see
just
that.
Yeah.
Scrubland.
Flat land. Yep.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's amazing. Awesome. Good job.
Thank you. All right. So, Richard, would you want to walk around with us? Being an architect, I don't know, you might be able to speak to some of the things a little bit more
Yeah.
than me more specifically. Thank you all so much. If anybody wants to come along on the tour, you're welcome.
Okay.
So, so we're going to do a little walk around. So, so first, maybe we can talk about this part of the structure.
Yeah, sure. So the church began in the very early 50s. Reverend Fred Hamp was the very first pastor. He actually moved down here from the Midwest.
Yeah.
And they selected a local architect, George Stone, who had designed a lot of buildings, if you couldn't guess, at Rollins College.
Aha! Yes, that looks a lot like some of the Rollins structures.
So it fit right in, right?
Yeah.
So he did a big campus.
Here, maybe we can move away from it.
Okay. So the campus master plan is actually not fully realized, but you can see behind me the very first building built in 1953.
In 1953, so this is the original building.
Was this originally used as a fellowship hall?
This was originally the sanctuary.
This was the sanctuary.
It was kind of everything.
Okay.
Yeah, because it was the only structure built at first.
Right. So you can kind of see it fits right into the neighborhood. One story, this colonnade is actually a nice little public structure that a lot of people use in Audubon Park. Just as they're walking along, it's kind of a nice little shade area.
Absolutely.
Talk about the way people use their cities. This is one of those little bonus things that you don't always get anymore. Most churches are very rigid and like fortress-like.
Right.
So as we get closer, you'll see the roof tiles are the originals, we believe. There was a lot of re-roofing of other areas, but this was an old terracotta two-part bare tile system. Mr. Rourke, the contractor, is interested in salvaging some of these, and there may be, Pastor Sarah, some fundraising opportunity to maybe
That would be amazing.
sell, if the church could sell the
Yeah.
interested community partners.
Yes, I
It's
love it.
Absolutely a piece of history.
A piece of history. And they're still going strong. It's not the tiles that are actually the issue. It's the underlayment that has broken down, because the kind of underlayment they could do in the 50s and 60s just is far inferior to what we have available today. So the tiles are great.
Yeah, the tiles are actually fine. But as Pastor Sarah said, the underlayment deteriorated, water gets in it, and the material is just degenerated. So we have to replace them. Which is what we're about to do.
Which is what we're about to do.
Yeah. If you get closer, I'll show you a couple little micro pieces of history.
Please.
Yeah. If you come up to this colonnade and walk this way, the entry into the fellowship hall is here and stays, and all of this was part of the original construction. Coming down here, this colonnade has a really nice scale. Again, it sort of feels residential, but it's definitely part of the church. But if you get to the end, on both ends of the colonnade, there was a very small outdoor public bathroom.
Yes.
This little niche or alcove was for the drinking fountain. So the men's bathroom sign is probably an original 1953. Isn't that cool?
That is a
Pastor
piece of
Sarah?
history.
That looks like something you'd get right out of like a Chevrolet sign. or
Yes,
something.
yes.
That sense of motion.
It's very classic looking.
So we're looking for a ladies sign to match.
Have one.
Yeah. So if we can find opportunity, if we can find one and find someone willing to donate it, that
Yeah.
would be a really special way to kind of bring back that sense of the.
That would be marvelous. Well, how wonderful. I noticed that, but I never connected there wasn't one on the other side either.
Yeah. The other one, well, somebody replaced it, but with a sort of a contemporary.
Right, right. Yeah, you guys can come on the...
Yeah, come on the tour.
Okay, that's great. Yeah, tell her she can just join in here.
Come join our worldwide audience here.
That's right.
If we walk around here, you'll see also some of the 1950s details, like the glass.
Block.
Privacy.
Light and privacy, that's right.
Old casement windows. Now these are really special windows. A lot of work. They're a labor of love. It can help us restore the casement windows. If you would love to see this church brought back to its original vintage condition and would be willing to donate $5,000, we can get all of these windows restored.
Wow, that would be marvelous. Yeah, they need some love.
They do.
So there you can kind of see it a little clearer.
Yeah, the windows are these old. Each of these is an individual pane.
Right,
This is all a type of a putty that they still make. I mean, these are
right.
easy to restore. It just takes somebody who wants to bring them back to that level.
Yeah, and I'm afraid around the side here, I accidentally broke one a couple of weeks ago. So
That's part of what we're going to do.
this one's my fault, y'all. This is not vandalism. This was Pastor Sarah's mistake right there. I was struggling with the window a little bit and accidentally broke it. Anyway, so thank you that we're getting things fixed right now.
Now, what might be interesting is to take
Yes.
this and just kind of do a 360 back around and start looking at the church itself. It has this way of looking at way of being part of the street. Cool. You don't get that with churches now. especially the big mega churches. So these little neighborhood churches wanted to make you feel, they wanted to be friendly. They wanted to feel like there was like a space dissolved in between your house and your place of worship. So this entry here leads into the fellowship hall, and what you'll see is on the right, this kind of buttery stucco is original to the 1953 fellowship hall.
Mm-hmm.
But then this entry into the narthex, and to the right where the stucco is smoother, that's new. That was built in 1963. 10
Yes.
years later. And this is the sanctuary. Now we can't go in as part of this tour, but you're welcome to come in when we reopen.
That's
because
right.
You're going to see a really classic early 50s sanctuary design that was just realized later.
We do have the side door open so we can peek in.
You want to let them in and you want to let them peek it?
We'll do a peek.
Okay, we'll do a peek. Okay. You can get a peek. You can get a
Look.
That's a good way to put it.
Because some sanctuaries that have some of the same features, they end up feeling really dated. But somehow, however they constructed and designed it, this one, it's managed to feel a little bit more timeless while definitely having a more traditional
it
feel.
didn't lose all the traditional ecclesiastical trappings of church.
Right.
But it did look to the future. It has a lot of clean lines. It has
Right.
honey-colored wood instead of that dark, heavy, oppressive wood that makes you feel guilty all the time.
That's right. All right, so we'll peek it. Oh, I see some of the chalk that I've put out is all made its way here. We probably need to clean that up. But here, all right, here's the peek in.
Here's the sanctuary, right? So you can see the traditional lighting, but the detailing is so clean and simple. The wood is uplifting. The design, just the quality of light in the space is really special. They put these high skylight or clear story lights along the top there to let light in, and it just kind of fills the space.
And so it's particularly this side right there, the ceiling, the roof there is the part that reason that we kind of started down this journey in the first place. And unfortunately in the storms, even over the weekend, we had more water come inside and more damage.
Yes, we really appreciate all the people who already donated to get us
Yes.
to the point where we can fix.
Remind me of the Art and History Museum in Maitland.
Right. So this is a terracotta piece that was very popular. It's fired clay underneath all this paint and stuff.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Visible, I think, somewhere around the other side.
Okay.
And so the idea of this screen wall, if you walk around Audubon Park and you look at all the houses, there's many that have these screen walls of block and brick that open and allow air to flow through so it breathes. And so this is again a very much a reference to that time period.
It's wonderful.
So we come around back.
In the corner.
You could probably talk more effectively about what fleet farming is doing if you want me to.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Is that? Oops, you got it? So this is one of Fleet Farming's largest plots and one of their oldest plots as well, because they started here in Audubon Park when they were even just experimenting with this idea of trying to grow food on this hyper-local level. And so this partnership then has just increased and increased, from them just using part of our land to moving in to be the Audubon Park offices here, and continuing to help us with not just this plot, but around the whole church, to help us with the landscaping, to provide more and more examples of ways that you can grow food in an urban environment. So there's many different ways. It doesn't just have to be by a garden plot like this. There can be ways that you can integrate, like this banana composting stand. There's ways that you can integrate so it's landscaping. It looks like landscaping, but you're actually producing food, not only for humans, but also like pollinators for butterflies and bees. Oh, okay. We're back. We're back.
Okay,
All
hold
right.
on.
Maybe don't reconnect for that for now.
Oh,
It's got okay battery life.
So we're on the garden plot of Fleet Farming, which Pastor Sarah said is one of their largest that they have. It's amazing how much produce can come from a suburban plot when you think about it. We have, I know there's tomatoes because we picked a few.
There's tomatoes, there's collards, there's basil. They're growing corn. They are growing different flowers for pollinators. They're growing greens, mustard greens. They're growing beans and peppers.
Papayas.
Yeah, so there's enormous, oh yeah, papaya, fig.
Fig.
This is loquat, banana, egg. Oh, my brain is.
That's all right.
We have over 30 fruit trees actually on this property.
Pineapple.
Pineapple, yeah, there's
Yeah.
a lot of sweet potato they're growing in these bins here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's an enormous amount of food.
So, and then this side is the south, so it gets a lot of sun and it's quite open, right?
It is quite open, and in fact, it's very sad. Maybe we can say right now, we're gonna have to say goodbye to this tree and 3 other trees on the property.
These are laurel oaks, which the city is sadly has told us, I guess, at their end of their lifespan.
They're at the end of their lifespan. The city keeps close watch on our trees, and we're really appreciative of their active involvement in making sure that that we're going to be safe and that the trees are taken care of the best. So unfortunately, there are 4 laurel oaks on the property, which just don't have the lifespan of the live oaks.
So
that
hopefully
are going to
we can
come down.
find somebody wanting to donate some money to help us replace these with great live oaks.
Absolutely. The great thing is around the side here, the one that's going, there are 2 smaller live oaks on either side that will just have the opportunity to just grow once the big old laurel oak is down.
Okay,
So
okay, cool.
here, can I take that from you again?
Sure. The architectural tour, so if you look up above my head, there's a stained glass window, which is a very specific church icon. But if you turn the camera around, you'll see it faces a very long axis. You can see it from way down the street. So when George Spohn designed it, he was very sensitive to the flow and the neighborhood patterns. So he picked up on the idea that that could be a hallmark or a landmark in the community. If you come around this side, the south side of the church gets a lot more sun, also a lot more rain. And so the weather has beaten it pretty hard.
Even though it's 10 years younger than the other part of the building, it is the part that is damaged.
It's the part with the water damage. Hurricane Irma whipped it good, so you can see the roof and the tarp up here. But it's built very strong, and what we're looking for help with is donations to help restore this facade as well. We're looking for pressure washers, painting. We're looking for people who can help fund replacement of a lot of wood on this side and maybe some of the window work as well. If you come down the sidewalk here, this will finish the tour.
So this tree was planted in honor of our 60th, right? Our 60th anniversary? So it was in my first few years here, we wanted to mark our 60th because 60 is a big number. So we had a lot of our community, some of the same community leaders that were here today and others and leaders from our denomination and things like that come, and as well as our partners like Fleet Farming and some others come and help plant this tree together as kind of a reminder and a symbol. So this is not an accident. It's grown a lot since in just a few years, actually. It's really amazing. So we're excited when it'll be a big, tall tree here coming soon. So please continue.
Okay, that's quite all right. So the tree, this blue palm kind of marks the corner. On this side, you can see the blue tarp. We also have a bat house because bats are really good for the environment. They eat mosquitoes. And Pastor Sarah, do you want to talk about it?
I can.
Kind of start with you and we'll go up.
So we're so thrilled. We had a member of our church actually donate the money to make this bat house possible. I don't actually know if she wants it public or not, so I'm just going to say this is a wonderful member of our church who donated. And then There's a bat nonprofit that puts these together and comes out and does them. And she knows we've got bats on the property already when she could smell the bats when she came out and put this up. And so we suspect, and her suspicion is that they're underneath the roof tiles, and that once they pull these up, the bats will find the new bat house. And so this has only been here for a couple months, and so it can take a while for bats to find it, but we are excited. And you know, one of the things she said is if you place it this direction, that the bats, as they come in and out, will cross over the plot and drop their awesome fertilizer on the plot.
Guano,
That's
free
right.
fertilizer. That's cool.
That's right. So
Awesome.
we're very excited about that as
All right.
well. So
Well, that's
that's
cool.
the deal. And we have a sign we're going to be putting up that explains about this too.
Okay, good. Good. That's great. So to finish up, this is the designed as the main entry to the church, with the idea that a walkable community could walk to church and go in this pair of doors. Isn't that cool? How
It
many
is.
of you actually do that?
A few of us in our church do.
That's right. So that's what this neighborhood's all about, right? So we're looking for donors who can help us replace the doors if we want to come
Yep.
closer. Now these doors have a history, and we're also looking for people who may know the history,
Yes.
because the doors are not original to the church.
Okay.
The original doors were probably like the ones on the other side of the
Ah.
Sarah.
I'm sorry. I got distracted. I just have to point out the cool peach there. All right, let's
Oh
continue.
yeah, we've got a peach.
We've got a peach. Yeah. Sorry. Continue.
To protect that from the squirrel.
Yes.
So if you open one of these doors, you're going to see a very tiny plaque that says, "In loving memory of Ronard Johnson, who was born in 1911 and died here and was a member of this parish, and he died in 1987.
Okay.
This pair of doors was donated in his memory.
I see.
We want to keep that, and we would love
Yes.
to add your name to
Yes.
donate to get the doors back into good quality weatherproof condition.
Absolutely. Yeah, you can see the
be
damage.
elevated alongside Ronald Johnson as well. The plaque's on the inside.
Yeah,
If you
sorry.
come to the church, I will be sure to show it.
There we go. I closed those doors. I apologize. I just want to point out too our number sign that was really lovingly made by Patty O'Gorman, who is a member of our leadership, a member of our church and leadership a few years ago. She handcrafted that to be in keeping with the color and style of our church, because we realized we actually didn't have any significant way of marking that this is the address door of the church. And so I think she did a marvelous job of really creating that to be in keeping with the feel of the church.
So that's our tour. We thank everybody for joining and watching. It's a fascinating piece of history and a fascinating part of Audubon Park. So thank you very much.
And please, we encourage you to go to audubonparkchurch.com for more information. And thank you so much for sticking with us and joining us. And we'll hopefully see you online sooner rather than later on Sunday mornings at 10:30. Or when we're hoping to be back in the church safely in July after all this repair work is done, sometime in July. We don't have a date yet because we don't know how long the repair work is going to take exactly, but we are so thrilled and excited to be back in the building when we can safely do that. All right, blessings on your day. We love you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you.